Hey guys, how's everything going? This is Jaser. In the previous video, I've created the simplest total world application in React and using the Chrome Dev tool to debug the call stack of the final trigger, which modifies the DOM, insert or append placement node into container. And we found the call stack roughly like this: render, and there are some triggers like unbatched updates and update container, schedule update on fiber, and then we got into the scheduled render phase, which will recursively call the perform unit of work, and then which I would say creates the newest version of the node, which is a fiber, I think, the internal representation of the DOM. And then in the last commit phase, these changes will be reflected to the DOM. So there are a lot of questions left, so I'm still not understanding. And in this video, I'm going to dig more into the work loop sync and perform unit of work, and probably understand what the work in progress, the fiber reconcile, something like that. Then let's begin. So here's the example. We've modified a little bit to a little more complicated. So it's not hello world in h1. It's h1, and we have a span, and then within this span we have two span. One is hello, other one contain the italic world. So we now get the hello world, right? Okay, so let's begin. Okay, remove all the breakpoints. Again, I think we need to find the entry, right? This is the render. Let's reload it and debug. Okay, cool. Now we get render. So this is the element, the container. Let's go to the legacy render subtree into container. Okay, now we get here. So now we see what the root is. Okay, root, it's undefined, so we create a new root here, right? Yeah. Legacy create root from DOM container, and this is a root, and this is the fiber root. Let's see what the fiber root is. It's a fiber root node. And you have some lot of properties, and let's store in the because this is root, we store in the global window to access it later. So this is fiber root. Okay, and then this is fiber root, this callback, this no callback. So unbatched updates, update container children is the element, and this is the fiber root, and null, right? So the update container is very important. Debug it. Okay, let's go. So this update container, which is here, actually tries to render the element to the fiber root container, right? Fiber root node. Let's draw the element. No, this is not. This is fiber root. Ooh, it's too big. It's too small. Shit. Wait a minute. It's not. I use the draw.io because the Lucidchart is not the free plan of Lucidchart only allows me to draw a few shapes. Okay, so this is the fiber root, and the fiber root is created from the DOM node, right? Let's see, fiber. Oh, the container. Okay, actually, if we see the container, it has a container info, which is, you see, is a DOM element. We change it to DOM container, which is a div. Okay, so there is a relationship between them. This is the container info. Okay, this is one way. Actually, the draw.io is pretty similar to the Lucidchart. I suggest you use it by yourself. Okay, this is the container info, and this is the element, right? So I will create another one. This is the element, which is JSX, created by JSX. I mean, this is the element. So our goal is to reflect this one to the DOM, right? So I'd like to draw something here. Yeah, and then I'll change it to less. Okay. Goal. Reflected. Let's see how React did this. Okay, now we go to there's some the event time stuff, lane, the priority stuff. We ignored it by now, and then we can see that we actually have a create an update, enqueue the update on the current $1. Current $1. What is current $1? Current $1 is actually the container's current. So the fiber root actually has a current. What is it? It's actually a fiber node, but you see that anything in it is null. So actually it is a null, empty. Let's create a new one. This is the current fiber node. Okay, this is current. Great. And now we see that here enqueue update, current update. So actually there will be something added to the current fiber node, right? Let's see what it is. Fiber update queue, and then shared queue, update queue, blah blah blah. Shared queue, interlived, blah blah blah. So actually the shared queue pending update. So it adds something to the pending state of this fiber node. Let's see. Let's go to update, enqueue the update, right? Before you see that there, this update queue now. Update queue. So there is update queue. Update queue. It actually should be something about the update, I would say. So this is update. Payload. Something like a marker, say, okay, there's something changed here. Okay, then schedule update on fiber. Actually, this is target, right? And so this update begins. Okay, let's see. This is the fiber. Fiber is our actually the fiber is our window fiberRoot.current. Oh, we haven't come here yet. Oh, sorry. Oh shit. Update container. Yeah. Root. Sorry, I need to store the fiber root equals current. No. I need to do it again. Just here. Fiber root. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go. Update container, and then we schedule update on fiber. Schedule update on fiber here. We get the root. The root, it says mark update name from fiber to root. Fiber. Actually, this root should be our window fiber root, I guess. Yes, it is. So let's go. Mark root. Mark is something about the time. Root in progress root. So there's a new one. Work in progress root. Let's see. Ooh, something weird. Okay. We have a work in progress root. It is null now, and then root is not. Root is our fiber root. Okay, let's go. Continue. Sync lane. We perform sync root. Sync work on root. This is not true. Yeah. So we perform sync work on root, and then okay, root in progress root, no. So we go to render root sync, right? Okay, render root sync. Then work in progress root is not root. Work is window tree name. Okay, so prepare a fresh stack root. Let's see what the fresh stack is. So the fresh stack says root finished work is null. So the fiber root actually has an attribute called the finished work. It is now null. This is finished work. And then finished lanes. We don't talk about lanes today. And then let's see, work in progress. It's null. So we add a work in progress root. Okay. Actually, we have a new one called work in progress. Okay. Okay, close it. So it says work in progress root is now set to root, right? When we begin. So, okay, it says to fiber root. And then work in progress is create work in progress root current. Root is here. Current is fiberNode, this fiberNode empty node. And then it says create work. Let's see what it is. What it does, it actually says work in progress current alternate. Obviously, it's null now. Alternate. Oh, we haven't come here yet. Okay, it's null now. So work in progress, it says it's null. So work in progress create a fiber from tag element. Actually, typically, it's just as a copy, right? So the fiber node is copied to a new node. And this work in progress said work in progress alternate is current, and the current alternate is work in progress. So yes, so actually, the fiber node actually is copied, fiber node, and then they are connected to each other by the alternate. Let's connect them. Now it's two-way. Alternate. And work in progress now points to this fiber, right? Yeah, great. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to the preferred stack here. So work in progress and a set, blah, blah, blah. Work in progress roots, blah, blah, blah. It's done. And now let's continue. So now we come to the work loop sync as we do it before. Schedule. Now it's work loop sync here, right? Work loop sync. Let's see what it is. Here, okay, let's add something. Now we go to work loop sync. It's actually just a keep performing unit work of work in progress. Now work progress is this fiber node is clone. Let's see what it does in. Okay, here, go to this perform unit of work. Okay, this now currently this unit of work is nothing. Oh shit. It's empty, just as this current fiber node. And let's see what it is. It said next begin work. Actually, it get the next, right? Okay, so which next? This one or this one? Oh, this one. So begin work current. Current is the alternate. So we'll use this as current. And unit of work. This is fiber node. Yeah. Let's begin the work. The begin. This is for dev. So actually, it's for the begin work. Begin work. Current work in progress. Render name. Let's see what it is. Mount fiber. Current. Let's see what it is. Okay, current is not null actually. So we go to the next one. Go to here. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't do this. Let's reload it. Here. My bad. Form sync, render sync, prepare fetch stack. Perform unit work. Begin work here. The tag for this work in progress is 3, which is 2, 16. It should be host root because this is the entry for the whole web application. It's host root, which is defined when we copy the node from this fiber node, right? So I would say this is host root. Okay, so it returns the update host root. Let's see what's in it. Okay. The update queue work in progress update queue is shared. Blah blah pending and payload. This is the update we added to the here update queue, right? So it's actually work in progress. Yeah. Work in progress. Update queue. Let's go to here. This is because it's update host root. We get the next props and previous state children and compare the difference and decide what to do, right? So current, this is the current. We have alternate. And a work in progress is this one. Clone update queue. Clone update queue. This is update queue. Work in progress. Work in progress also has the update queue. Shared. Pending. Next. Payload. Yeah, it seems there is already in the queue. Let's see what clone update is. Queue, if it is equal to clone it, work in progress update queue is clone. Let's see. Current. It's already queue current queue. True, it is. So it clone it. Current queue base state. Queue base state. They are the same. Effects null queue effects null. Clone the update queue from current unless it's already a clone. I'm not sure. I see. This node in the future it might be from other places, so yeah, we clone it to make sure it is a clone. The node will be reused in the fiber structure. Okay. Clone it and process update queue. Let's see what the process is. So the update payload is already added to the update payload. Here it's clone. Let's connect it. It's update queue. And then process update queue. Let's see what it is. Process, get the queue, pending queue, blah 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 blah. A lot of calculations, blah 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 blah. and then it calculates work in progress memoized state. Let's see what it is. The original memoized state is actually empty. The element is null. Now new state has different elements. So the trigger, the render actually says, okay, you should be. This is what you should be updated with. And then we apply this update to this fiber node and gets the memoized state. This is different from the React state. It's actually internal state of the whole state of this fiber node. It's not the React component, it's the fiber state. Okay, so we have actually the memoized state. I'll add it to clone this one. Processed. So we get the state. Yeah, get the state. This is called the memoized state. Memoized state. Okay, I'll make it this. Okay, make it here. Let's see what's next. So we get the next state, and then do what? And then we get the next children. It's the element. And then if next children is equals to previous children, obviously they are not equal. We continue, which is here. Reconcile children. Current is fiber node of this one. Work in progress is this one. Next children is the state here in this new state, and then reconcile. Okay, we go to the reconcile. Because current is not null, we say reconcile child fibers here. Okay, reconcile is compare to return fiber. Wait a minute. Reconcile current. So this is work in progress. First one is work in progress. Child current. Child. This is current. The child is null actually, right? Let's see. Current fiber. Yeah, this is the fiber node. Current first child is null. Yeah, that's null. And we check. It says the new child is an element, so we wait a minute. Yeah, we reconcile single element, return fiber, current first child, and new child. So the return fiber is here. Current first child is possibly here, but it's empty. And new child is the element. Let's see what it is. Place child. Place single child is add the flags. Okay, we set the flag also. Flags is placement. And yeah, the reconcile single element, let's see what it is. Return fiber is the fiber node here. The child empty, while child is not null, but it's null. Let's go to here. And the element is fragment, no, so here. So you see that we actually created fiber from this element, right? The element, okay. The element is the H1. So we create the fiber from this element and return it. Let's see what the create fiber from element is. Owner, yeah, fiber, create fiber from type, this type, and then return fiber. So yeah, this is the new fiber actually. So we create a new fiber node with H actually should be with H1, right? But this is fiber node. And then it sets the return to the return fiber, which is here. And Yeah, this is the child and the return. This is two-way. Let me use the straight line. I like straight line. Okay, so you see that we return the new fiber now. And also it's the flags, right? Flags is placement. So we, okay, just to remember this placement here. Placement. I'll set add the new none. Ooh, flags, none. This is placement. Okay, now let's see if the return fiber, the child, what the child is. It is not set to null yet. It is not set to the child yet. So this is one way. It should be one way. This is not true. Ooh. None. This return, only return. Okay, let's go to next one. And then it return the child. Okay, now it says, okay, work in progress. The child is become our new fiber node. So when did he set it? Oh yeah, actually it said here, work in progress child sets a child. Okay, so actually it is set to child. And then, begin work. You see the next actually is, actually a new H1 node. So next here, let's add a new one called the next points to our fiber. Yeah, and then next is not null, so we complete not null, so we set work in progress to next. So this is now work in progress. Okay, come on, you go away. Yeah, now so the host root, the fiber root is done. Now we would calculate the new, perform work on the new fiber node. As we expected, it should create new children and on the fiber. Okay, let's see how it goes. Perform unit work. Again, now the work progress, you see that is H1. Okay, we perform on it. And so this is just the repeated work. Let's see what it is. We get the alternate. Alternate actually is null. And then we begin work again. Yeah, we see the tag. Now it's not root, it's host component. Update host component. Let's see what it is now. Yeah, update host component. Direct text false. So reconcile children again. Reconcile children. Yeah, now the current is null. We should do mount child fibers. It still goes to the reconcile child fibers. Yeah, the type. The type should be element, I would believe. Yeah, element. So it's still reconcile single element, I believe. Yeah. So create a new fiber from it and return it. Now the fiber should be span. Yeah. Great. So memorize out appending works. The next is now the span. And this unit work has a child of the span. And this span actually has the return of each parent, right? So after we done this, we have a child and a return. Child return. Now again, next is set to fiber. The flag is still placement, so we ignore it now. We ignore them. Okay, as it we just repeated. Now the WordPress is on this span. We set the work in progress to this one. Again, this should be, let's see, the it had two spans, right? Two spans. Let's see how things is working on. Okay, now we see the beginning work and switch the progress tag. Tag is 5. 5 is host component. Update host component, and then reconcile children, reconcile fibers, and see what is going on. Oh, span. Oh, we missed something. Okay, allow me to redo it. Reconcile children, we should stop here, and I believe it's array, so I will stop here. This is the first one, and then we get the next one. New child is and a span, so we continue. This is repeated work. Now here. Now the new child actually is array of 2 elements, right? So we reconcile child array, and the return fiber is this span. Current first child is null, new child is 2. So actually the reconciled child, we would come to this later. And actually, you could think, okay, previous new fiber, sibling the new fiber, so it creates a linked list of the fibers, right? Okay. Create a linked list. So next is actually the first child, which is a span. You see that children is hello. So in this console, we actually have 2. The first one is span. And next one is span, 2 spans, and they are connected as a linked list. None. Ooh, this is sibling. Okay, and this is 2-way child return. Let's see the next. Yeah, next return. Yeah, you see that this is span, and also next has a sibling. This is span. This should be the world, right? You see the pending properties, world. Yeah, and this also has a return of the span. This is the parent span. It has 2 children, so yeah, we have this, but not. Ooh, we have this one way. This is a return. So after this, so this becomes the next. Okay, obviously work in progress. Work in progress also will come to this span. Let's continue. Okay, here. Perform unit of work. Now we got to go to this span, and then we do the same. Begin work. Blah blah blah. Now we see the next is null, right? Now next is null. Null means there is no need to dig below this subtree anymore. We should stop. So you see that we complete unit of this work. So this unit of work is done. How should we complete it? Let's dive into it. We complete unit of work. This is current unit of work. Unit of work do. This is obviously recursively complete the work. Okay, we can see that if this is true, or this one, oh, complete work here, current, work in progress. This is current. Oh no, this is not current. Current is null. Work in progress is this node. You see that it's span with children hello. Okay, we switch the tag. 5 means host component, just HTML element. We get blah blah blah, and should be here. You see that we create instance of span, and next one. The instance actually is now a DOM element of span, and then we append all children to this instance of all the work in progress. There's no children here, so in this process of finished, when it is finished, we create a node of span. Right, this is the instance, and append all the children. State node is instance, so we have a reference to of this one. This is state node. There should be an arrow. Yeah. State node means the actual HTML node, or the React node, a React component we will meet in the future. Okay, span. Now state node, and yeah, it's done. Complete work, append all children. Yeah. Next. Okay. Now next is null, because there's nothing below it. So it's null. If it is not null, we would recursively do it, but it's null. We're done. And we would check the sibling. Here the sibling is not processed yet, right? So it says if the sibling fiber is there, we set into progress. Set it here, and then return. So complete is done. We've complete this fiber node, and then let's continue. You see that we will again perform unit of work. This time the work in progress is this span. Yeah, we're expected to do the repeated work, right? So let's just space up. Blah blah. It's a new element. We reconcile create new element. This should be italic. Yeah, I tag, and then we get the next. Next should be I tag, right? Okay, let's move the next. It should be okay. I move null here. This is I now. It's fiberNode I. This is next. When it's next, work in progress will become next. Yeah, it will go here. And the relationship between this is two-way. Is child return. Great. Now, as you might think, the work will be done on fiberNode I, right? Yeah, perform unit. This is I. Again, it is creating a new span and sets the child parent relation. But now next is null. Okay, we create the span. It's no, it's not span. Next is null. So yeah, there's no span here now. Next is null. We move it to null. Now we will begin complete this work, right? Yeah, we complete this unit work. Okay, the tag is 5 is host component. Yeah, we create an instance, which should be the I. Yeah, I tag, and append the children. Next is null. So we check if it has sibling, right? Okay, now we create a span I, and it should set the state. It should be state node. There's no sibling. Sibling is complete work becomes the return fiber. So after we complete the children, there's no sibling. We would complete the parent, which is now this one, right? And work complete is not null, so work in progress now set to this span, and we will complete this node. As we would guess, it should create another span and the set with the state node. Right? Let's take a look. Okay, now you see now we complete the work on this span. We see the tag, it's 5, is host component. We create an instance, and also now the instance is a span. We log it. But it has no children, so we append all children from work in progress to this instance. Let's see what it is. It says we only have the top fiber, and we would recurse down the children to find all the terminal nodes. So there's a while loop, blah blah blah. We could ignore it actually. Okay. Anyway, after appending all the children, let's log it again. You see that it has all the child nodes in this span. So when it's created, the children will be automatically set. So here it should be none. This way, this child. Great. So the next one is null, right? We've already done it, and so it should we should complete the return, right? Sibling, there's no, so we should go to the return fiber, which is this span. Yeah, we will do it over again. Complete on the span. This has 2 children span. As we would guess, it would create a new span and set the children. Oh. And here would be, this is a state node, right? Yeah, this is the instance. Let's log it. Yeah, span. Cool. And then it becomes the no sibling, so the complete word becomes the return fiber, which is the h1 tag. Blah blah blah. Now we create the h1, append the children, and then check the sibling again. This is the h1. State node. Okay. And then it comes to the fiberNode, the parent of h1, right? Okay. The complete work, you see that it has a child, a fiberNode of h1. So we go to this host, I'll go to this fiberNode host root. Let's see what it is. The tag is now 3, which is host root. Host root here, fiberNode.stateNode. WorkInProgress state node actually set to the root fiber root at the beginning. So I forgot this one. So here, because actually it's kind of like a virtual head of the tree. It doesn't relate to the real DOM. This is state node itself. Actually, this fiber node is also has also state node. Okay. Current. Okay, and fiber get the state node, blah blah blah. Current null, chart null. Update host container. You see that we update host container. Let's see what it is. Nothing. Did it work? Pop host container. What's in pop? Ooh. Pop cache, memoirs cache. Reset word file pending contest. No. Current null. Next is null. When this is done, I think this should be added to the DOM. Let's see. Work in progress. We should get the state node. And it has container info. Oh, it's still, oh no, it's not in it yet. I see. No, appending to the real DOM. This is actually a fragment, and this fragment is completed. It will be appended to the DOM in the commit phase. Okay, so this is a current. This is done. There is no sibling. Yeah. Progress. What is this? Perform a root sync. Okay, now we render root sync. It's done. We get the DOM tree. This is the fiber tree. This is the initial empty fiber tree, right? Yeah, and then root tag is 0, 0 is, so we skip it. No failure. Okay. Now we get finished work is root.current alternate. So this is finished work, right? Ooh, this is a disaster. Okay, we set the root finished work to finished work. This is the a property which is pointing null. We now could safely point it to the fiber, this new one. So this is the finished work. Yeah, finish names, and then we commit root. Let's briefly see what the commit root is doing. Okay, commit root, root implementation. It would, okay, blah blah, finish work. It was set it to null again. Of course, it now knows the finished work, right? So it's null again, and blah blah blah. Root callback. There's no callback. The root work in progress root is null. When is working progress null set to null? It's render root sync. It will become null now. Okay, set to null. Okay, and set work in progress is set to null. Work in progress is null. Oh, we should pronounce it with now, right? Now or null. Now. And we see if the effects subtree has effects true, root has effects true. We will see how the effects are calculated in the following videos. Please stay tuned. And then let's see what it is. Mutation effects here actually. Now this function commit mutation effects, communication effects begin. These functions will render the tree to the DOM. The roots, as we said, it's actually here. The fiber root, this one, because it has the container information. Next effect is first children. Actually, this current the first one, right? This one. Current, alternate. But this has alternate. This is a new one. You see that next effect. We said the first children is here. This is next effects. Next effect. And then there is no deletion, so we can ignore it. And children is fiber child. There's no child. Oh, next effect. No. Next effect is this one, actually. Yeah. Next effect is first child. What is fixed? Wait a minute. Let's debug it. Okay, next effect. Oh yeah. It actually first child to finish work. Oh, next. See here actually. This is next effect. My bad. Okay, next effect. This is the fiber. There's no deletion. We get the children is here, right? This is a child. Child is H1, yeah. Tree flag 2. It says if this is true, so next effect is child. Next effect is become the H1. And then we do it again. There's no child anymore, so we complete. Because the subtree actually is all in placement. React knows that by some mechanism, so we complete it. Okay, so next, there's a while loop on next effect, fiber, blah blah blah. We communication effects on fiber. This is it. This is the finished work. H1 flags 2. We've seen this in the previous video because it's placed, so we commit placement in finished work. Yeah, this is the H1. We commit it, and we remove the placement flag. You see, use this bitwise operator. We commit placement. Let's see what it is. First, we get the host parent fiber from finished work. This is H1. This node. The host parent fiber is now the actually this fiber node. Alternate child. Oh, this one, the fiber node host. The tag 3 because so it's host root. And then actually here, right? Parent equals parent state node. Parent state node is parent fiber state node. This has state node is fiber root. Yeah, so it's fiber root containing where we get the DOM. So this is the virtual head. We get it by checking the state node and checking the current fiber roots container info. We get the DOM. So parent is the DOM. Okay, and see if it is container. Obviously, it's container. And so we insert or append the placement node into container. So finish the work. Insert the finished work. We can take a look. It's pretty simple. It's host. Insert container before state node. State node is the node state node, right? This node state node is this H1. So H1 is finally is finally be there. So finally this DOM tree insert in the DOM. Go to the next one. Communications effects on fiber. What is this now? Okay, I made a mistake. I should set a breakpoint. Okay. Here, invoke it. When we invoked it, it checked the sibling. There's no sibling on H1. So it goes to the return, so fiber host node. So we need to commit this one. So this means that commit on the flags on this fiber node, right? You should check the child. It should be get H1. So also we need to. Actually, there's nothing to do. I would say. Let's see the primary tag is 0, so nothing, right? This is 2. This is 6. Yeah, there's nothing. I think why React cannot just omit this this step. It's a little confusing. Anyway, we checked it, we set it, and okay, here we get the return. Now there's no return of this fiber, so next effect is okay here. Next phase is now null. So it's done. The commit is done, right? Yeah, this done is null. And then there's a final last step is that root current set to finish the work. This is current because it's empty. It's only an empty node. And then we set it to the fiber node, this node. So this becomes the current. It means that current fiber tree reflects the whole DOM tree correctly with this current. So when we get the fiber root, get the current, and we can modify things on this fiber tree and reflect on the DOM in the future. So this fiber node is now no longer used. If there are something updated in the future, we would construct our tree on this from this node and reuse the component in the previous step, and then patch the difference to the DOM and then set the current back, right? So this is what the React is doing to really update the DOM. So here we've that's all for this video. Let's review it one more time. In the perform unit of work, we would do it recursively and constructing. This is an initial render, so constructing a node and then one by one construct it until there is no children. We would create the final DOM node and connect them by state node, and then go back to their parent and create their DOM counterpart and add their children in it. So after this kind of perform unit of work, and I think there's just complete, right? Perform unit of work, and yeah, work begin work and complete work. Finally, we get a fiber tree and a DOM tree. But this DOM tree is not reflected to the DOM. It will be reflected to the DOM by the final commit phase, which is here, commit root. And when it is committed, it would check the mutations effects of the DOM. And also there might be some other effects. And then finally, it will commit, insert the whole tree of H1 to DOM. So this is the whole process. It's pretty interesting, and hope it really helps. And still, there are a lot of concepts we haven't touched yet, such as the lane. And okay, and also the array reconcile. We would come back later. Work in progress root. Okay, so actually this is a flag to help understand current state, right? So I'll remove this one. Already know it. Flush passive mutation, no. Yeah, they create a tree like in progress, reconcile children. We just scratch the surface of it. We would see more details work in process FiberNode. Yeah, of course, this is work in progress. Actually, just the current FiberNode. Place single, it's return to FiberNode. Yeah, actually, this adds the flags, as we say. All the flags now is placement. We would, okay. Need to see more on update rather than the initial. A work in progress alternate tag child. Yeah, we already know that. Alternate means the counterpart of the current node or the counterpart in the current fiber node, which is being built in the future. So there's this counterpart. And what is tag? Tag is actually the HTML tag or the component tag. Child, yeah, the fiber node child. Roughly, the fiber tree should be the representation of the DOM tree, but actually it should be something different, I believe. Like how the React handles the array, right? The element array, and those lazy and portal, they are different from the DOM. There's no such counterpart in the DOM, so it's not 100% the same. FiberNode, we have a brief understanding of what FiberNode is now, right? It just it's kind of like a unit of the virtual tree. Yeah, and everything we modify it will be reflected on the DOM by so-called effect, right? So we update it, React will help us reflect things on the DOM. So it's pretty clear a FiberNode is kind of a unit of work, or it's some abstraction of what should be done, right? Yeah, work in progress root is the whole to hold where the root is now. We could delete it. Now enqueue update, we haven't touched it yet. It relates to the lane or priority stuff, I believe. Fiber child. Yeah, we would look into more details in the future, so I won't remove it now. Entangle struct transitions, not touched yet. Yeah, this could be removed. Execution context, not touched yet. Name, passive, no, yeah. So that's all for this video. Hope it really helps. I hope it can help. Yeah, in the next video, I would try something rather than the initial mount. We would do it with the set state, and to check how the update is done for the update. This is all placement, right? Yeah. Stay tuned for next video. Hope it helps. See you next time. Bye bye.